Video got it on camera, and it kept it alive. I'd do it again.
Right.
What do you want to say to Damien if he's released today? What would you say to him? You want to?
That I hope we could keep Steve Branch.
Yeah, he was saying he doesn't agree with this. What would you say to the parents?
Well, he's entitled to his own opinion. I find it strange that he's so concerned about his son Stevie now that you can check in the court records. You can check with Pam Hobbs and the Hicks. When Stevie was very young, he gave up his parental rights to his son. And now he's all concerned about it. So y'all make your own judgment.
What do you want to see happen here today, Mr. Byers?
Well, I don't want to see them copping a plea of being guilty for something they don't want to do. But I don't have any control over that. I'm just a pawn in this, just like they are. They've been a pawn in this the whole time. They've been in prison inside the wire. I've been in prison out here in the public. But I've never lawyered up like Terry Hobbs. I've never had to have anybody speak for me. I've stood on my own 2 feet and defended myself to the end. And I always will. I'm not giving up. Just because they admit to this today, it's not over.
You feel like the killer is still out there?
I know it without a doubt. He lives 7 miles from me in Albert's Cabins, Highway 51 North, number 20.
Name him and tell me why you feel that he's the man.
His DNA, no alibi. His alibi's even shaky. They've had 18 years and they can't get their story straight. They've all told 3 or 4 different stories of what they did that night. How is Terry Hobbs in the woods at 6:30 searching when he doesn't even know there's a search party being involved? The 3 children haven't even been known missing. His own words ought to be enough to convict him. You cannot believe the state and Terry Hobbs. The state says the crime happened in the woods. That's what they said. Terry Hobbs puts his ass in the woods all night long back and forth and didn't see anything. So who's lying?
Right. There was supposed to be a hearing in December. Why do you think we're here today?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Dustin McDaniels is running for governor. And
Thank you.
A political ploy.
Thank you. I agree. Him and many others have made their dollars and their prospective place on the back of 3 dead children and on the back of 3 teenagers they put in prison wrongfully.
Do you feel like this is political because elections?
Political.
All of it. Amen.
And I hope they pay for it one day.
They will.
Mark, Damien and Jesse and Jason are let go today. Do you feel it'll give you some closure? Do you think you'll begin to heal?
No, there's no winners here. There's no winners here. My son's still dead. Stevie and Michael are still dead. They're not going to resurrect like Lazarus. Damon, JC, and Jesse have to live the rest of their life being a baby killer because they're being forced to admit it in court.
Do you think that's what will happen? Do you think they'll be forced to?
That's my. When your lawyers have recommended certain things to you and you follow your lawyer's recommendation, call it what you want. Coerced, directed to, you put whatever word you want to put with it.
Thank you.
All right, you heard from John Mark Byers, the father of Christopher Byers, actually one of the young victims in the 1993 slayings of those 3 West Memphis boys.
Son saying that the first year he's out, the first thing he wants to do is go to Salem, Massachusetts and celebrate Halloween. He also quoted before that he's never had anything to do with witchcraft or Satanism, but then he quoted to the paper in his own words that first thing he wants to do is go to Salem, Massachusetts for Halloween to celebrate.
How do you feel about the West Memphis Police Department? Pam, your ex-wife, she was pretty upset with them. She thinks that they're to blame in all of this.
To blame how?
She believes that they botched the case.
Well, to the family members that's been that's went over to the other side and think they're innocent, I'll quote another son that asked his parents a question or something like that. Said, "Why has thou forsaken me?" So that's all I have to say about that.
question. All right, you're here. You said you were going to be here. Is there something, if you get to see Damien, that you want to say to him?
No comment right now.
Tell me, what are you thinking right? How are you feeling right?
Would you join us?
I've got to go back.
Take pictures. There you go. We had.
Sorry, I just was
Agree to a lesser charge, they're going to let you go free. Do the citizens of Arkansas realize how crazy that is?
All right, thank you. Hey.
To think that I'm disturbed and upset and mad over it? Yes, I am. I want justice, and I wanted the three of them to be free. And I have no animosity whatsoever towards the three. I know they're innocent. I've been on their side, and I've been fighting for them hard since 2007 when I realized I was wrong. And I had to make many amends to people. But I'm still standing and fighting for justice because they're innocent. They did not kill my son. And this is wrong what the state of Arkansas is doing to cover their ass.
Amen.
And I'm sick of it.
Amen.
Because the real killer is walking around free. And his name is Terry Wayne Hobbs.
Amen. Amen.
If there's more DNA and proof and evidence that him and possibly his friend Jacoby committed this crime than anybody on the face of the earth. He's the only person that put himself in the crime scene, in the woods, all night long. His own word to believe.
They were brought here today in civilian clothes.
They've never gone to court before in anything but civilian clothes, so you could take that either way. During Rule 37, when Jason and Jesse were here, they were in street clothes every time. They changed at the jail before they came to here, put back in their whites, and drove back to prison. I know how it works.
Thank you. Thank you
You're very
so
welcome.
much. Yes, right. About 50 people. I'm going, I'll just bring them over here with you.
Yeah, it worked. Thank you.